Hi everyone, welcome to this new Gamersyde Live, first Gamersyde Live of the year. So I guess happy New Year and best wishes for everyone.
Yeah, we're back. Hello everyone, it's Driftwood speaking, and I actually didn't, for the first time ever, maybe didn't even let Blim introduce me. And
yeah, I told you just.
Yeah, but there was
right after I said best wishes to everyone.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's why
you just don't listen to me.
Happy
ever.
New Year, everyone, and yeah, we're back for just a short moment tonight. Not because we're lazy, mostly because if you did check out the short article we posted today, the game Rise and Shine we are going to show you is quite a short game, and considering we did show the first level, let's say the first chapter, when it was only a demo, I think a year ago or so. And that I made 3 more videos for today, for the article today. I don't think it's necessary to show you a lot more. And
we did show everything.
No, we didn't show everything. And well, I think what I'll show just tonight will be what I did show in the videos that I posted today. Mainly because I can show you how it plays and how what I like about it, and well, mainly the only thing I don't like, and it's not that I don't like, it's that I was a bit disappointed, even though I knew the developers had been clear on that on Steam, talking to the community, saying that they have a very small studio, and people should not expect to get a game that would be longer than 3 hours. Took me, well, according to Steam, it took me about 4, but I think in the 4 hours you have to count the maybe the 30 minutes I spent on the last boss. Well, it's a game that's a bit hard, but I guess maybe I didn't play as well as I should have, and it took me a bit longer. I also wasn't too lucky, I have to say, and it's the type of game when you're not lucky, like, the first try you can almost get it right, and then you lose, and then you if you lose patience, or if you're not concentrated enough, and everything goes to hell, and it's no use, and then suddenly suddenly you can play well again, and you can beat the boss, and that's probably what happened to me.
You've got to be in the groove.
Yeah, actually, what I wanted to do, it was something that I knew would never happen, but I would love to see Blim play for this first 2017 Gamersyde live stream.
So not going
and
to happen.
I was going to tell him, let's share my library, so you can stream the game and I can actually have a good laugh. And yeah, that's
I can stream at 60 FPS.
Yeah, but that really would not have mattered a lot. I mean, even at 30 it would have been fun to watch, I'm sure. And
I don't think so.
And you'll see why.
It is no fun.
So when you complete the game, you unlock a new difficulty setting, and I guess for those who really want to have a real challenge, it's a good reason to play through the game once more. There are a few well, I wouldn't say bonuses, but things to unlock. You can see that in the different sections here of the game that I have. Of course, I've played the whole thing, so everything is unlocked. But you have like small icons like that on the left that you need to find in the scenery and shoot. I'm not sure what they actually give once you've. I think basically an achievement, and that's it. So there's not real incentive to come back unless it's because you really enjoyed it and you want to play through the sections you like the most once again, and with a higher difficulty setting that might be probably a bit more frustrating, but also even more rewarding if you manage to reach the end and to beat the game a second time. So I'll start with this sequence, and we'll try to avoid the spoilers in the end. So basically Rise and Shine is run and gun games with third-person shooters mechanics. There is sometimes it feels a bit like a shoot them up too, and there's a story which is not incredible, but it's pretty fun. And like I said in the article, my only question is, why did the developers decide to reveal the only twist of the story in the middle of the game, when the game does not last a lot more than 3 hours? It's a bit of a, I think it could have been done differently, and they could have left with the surprise, okay, big quotation marks, for the end. And well, it doesn't change much, but I still do wonder why we're told something that soon in the story. And I hope that they can make maybe a sequel that will be a bit longer, if they can have more people to have them. I think it's 4 people working on the game, and it looks pretty amazing for a game that was done with Unity, by a team of 4.
Unity can do many things.
Yeah, well, we saw that with Ghost of a Tale.
It's all about the talent, basically.
And they're talented, all right. So
the art style is really nice.
Yeah, I really like the art style, and animations also. It moves very, very nicely, and you can see that it's made to look like a comic book, basically. And there are a lot of tongue-in-cheek references to other games. You probably didn't pay attention to that, but to that before. But the main screen, you could see a town in that was destroyed because there's a war, and there are a few things in the environment that you can spot, like the triangle, circle, cross, and square buttons of the PlayStation, for example, and different things. Some of the references are like maybe a bit too obvious, I would say. I wait until you meet the king.
Subtle.
Yeah, well, wait until you meet the king, for example. And the last, I wouldn't call that a level, but the last section it's basically, it lasts, I don't know, it can last 10 seconds, or just a tad more if depending what you do. But it's I thought it was pretty amusing too, that they did that, considering that it's a game world where you actually, it's a game world. That's all I can say. It's they are the enemies are from a planet called Next Gen, and yeah, it's, you understand that it's like the old school video game characters and let's say inhabitants against the Next Gen, who want to, soldiers who want to destroy everything and shoot everything down. So as you can see, there's I'm not sure I'm going to be able to play very well while speaking, but well, anyway, it's that character's on top of the train also, and it all moves very, very, very well. So here,
it's quite nice indeed. So I'm looking at the stream at the same time to check if everything's okay.
So you basically aim by pressing the left trigger, as in most third-person or even first-person shooters now. The right analog stick allows you to aim more or less precisely. You can see that there's a laser sight to help you. Some people can be really good at that when you have enemies at the other side of the screen, on the other side of the screen, and me personally, it really depended. Sometimes I could really hit my target at the first try. Sometimes I would miss a bit, so you'll probably see a lot of you probably won't see me shine a lot, no pun intended. So let's kill these guys. And you can see that it's a bit gory. Oh, and I hate these fellas. So things I can do and I can explain later. So you can see that the all the projectiles that you're enemies use against you, you can actually shoot, which is important. You can also dodge like this. And sometimes, and you're about to see that in just a bit, you can use cover. And you have different sorts of ammunition you can use. And of course, depending on the enemies, some ammunitions are better than others.
So it's a cover shooter.
Yeah, you're not always in cover. Yeah, but it is sometimes, but it's not always. And if you stay too long behind cover, it might be destroyed. I mean, usually the enemies cover gets destroyed way faster than yours, but it's not like you can stay forever. If it takes too long for you to kill everyone, you might need to stay on the move and to jump. But there's a double jump.
You don't really have a choice. You really have to use the cover, or you can complete the level. I haven't tried really, but I think it can get pretty difficult if you don't use the cover when it's available. It's not available all the time, so it really depends. You can see that the eyes are rolling here, which is a nice touch, I guess. So there's a double jump. Oh no, and there are traps like that all the time, like mines or things. Usually, first time you die because you weren't ready. You can actually get away with it sometimes and stay alive if you have good reflexes, but it's trial and error a lot. So if you don't like that, I never got frustrated too much. Probably the only time I wouldn't say frustrated, but the mini games that I posted also at some point in the game, you get to that island which is called NPC Island, and you meet NPCs there who actually ask you to do mini games because that's all they do. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to let you do a monologue for a few minutes. There's quite an emergency here
at work.
Yeah,
and
sorry about that. I'll be back.
When you say that, you should have sort of a Austrian accent or something. So I just got killed by the. So you can see there's a health bar which regenerates, as in most shooters too, slowly. So it's not like you can always wait until it goes back up and then go back to try to kill the your enemies. But it's there's no. Okay. I'm going to try to concentrate just a bit. And you can see that I can switch ammo to use electrify ammunition, which can be sometimes more effective against robots. But not all of them. For example, this one you need the normal ammo. And I really hope Blame comes back very soon. And well, just if you can, because I unfortunately cannot turn up the volume. But the music and ambient sounds and everything, it's really well done too, and actually makes the game quite atmospheric at times. Okay, so here, as you can see, it was not too difficult because, like I said, when you can get cover and when there's only one enemy in front of you, usually is just a matter of time before you win and he loses. I also could have used other. Oh no, I don't have them at this point in the story. I only have this that I will show you in a bit. But later in the game you unlock sort of grenade kind of ammunition, and that can also allow you to well, get rid of some enemies, especially the ones who carry a shield, and do a few other things. There's
and I'm back. Sorry
on
about
your
that.
back. Yeah, there's a puzzle at some point which requires you to use the grenades, and when you throw a grenade you with a maximum strength, then it becomes a sticky grenade. And well, keep that in mind, because that's something I had forgotten, because I had started the game, played for a few I don't know, maybe the first day or a couple of days, and then I stopped, and then I came back to finish the game some time later, and I had forgotten that you could use sticky grenades, and so that had me stuck for a while, stupidly, because I had forgotten that I could do that. And it's not like The Last Guardian. It's not like they're going to tell you every 2 seconds that you should press.
Except the important things, of course.
Except the important thing. So here it's a very specific and special sequence where it's dark and it looks like someone is alive, and you see that, oh no, there are zombies too in Rise and Shine. And well, don't worry, it's mainly this side, and of course it's a zombie, so you need to shoot the head. Which is
did you explain how if there is a health system, or it is just one shot death?
No, it's there's a life bar, like I was saying before, and
okay. I'm sorry.
It regenerates when you're safe, which is not always easy to do, because when there are a lot of enemies everywhere, the only way to regenerate is not to get hit for a little while, and when there's no cover, it's possible, but it's not always easy. So here you can see that there's I can turn on the lights and turn it off using the electro ammunition, or I don't know how you would call that. And I'm going to find something that will come in handy very just now, because it's a flashlight.
It's already better than Doom 3 then.
Yeah, it is. And you can okay, that was probably one of the hidden things you can collect. You have to shoot. So as you see, it's not really. So okay, so there's this guy. Oh, okay, no, I need to change ammo. Yeah, because electricity is good to slow people down when they're not robots. But anything that's not machine is going to require the normal ammo, or possibly the grenades when you unlock them.
So you always have to be very precise with your shots, or
for the zombies, but it's really in this specific section of the game. You need to target the head. If you miss, you're going to slow them down. But that's a sequence the first time that when you think you can just shoot, and at some point you will get the head. Well, then you don't. You have to reload, and then it's too late because they can arrive from every direction. It's not a very long sequence, so it's like I said, it's never too frustrating or anything. It's really about learning to play and learning to aim, basically, and know when to reload here. But you can see it's not too hard for me to do.
So ammos are unlimited. You just have to reload.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no. Well, the only power-ups you find basically are those that are, planned by the developers for the story, because when the second character is the weapon, it's called Shine, and it's basically it can talk. It's not always very nice with you because you're a kid, and it's not very happy. It's stuck with a kid, so here it's not really a puzzle. I would call that. See that you need to.
Okay.
Well, you'll see. So here that's not what I want. So I have to shoot it again, so that it's open, and then I can shoot a zombie head, but not a lever. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, there you go. And the last one that actually is broken. So now I can use the other type of ammunition, which is this one that you actually change with LB. You change you select the homing bullet or later the grenade. With RB you select electricity or normal ammo, and that's about it. It's it probably could use more if the game was longer. We would definitely need a bit more probably to stay fresh, but because it's a very short game, you don't really need more than that. I just, like I said, just wish it were longer, because I really enjoy the game. So when you use this, you can of course go go faster using the analog stick. And here I need to get to the left, but I cannot get touched by the projectiles.
Oh, I see.
Which is, it's not that it's difficult, but it can be tricky. There's a mini game where you have to. Oh man, I forgot to open the last one, so I'm really. I was doing well, but I missed. Okay, there you go. There's a mini game where you have to avoid projectiles for about 35 seconds, and 35 is not very long. Except it can be very long when you're dodging projectiles like that with a bullet.
Yeah, sure.
And the video, it doesn't seem too difficult, and I was so happy because it took me a bit of time to do it right. I was speaking with Daphne at the same time. No swear words that I remember that much. I was probably more.
I don't believe you.
Not that much, at least. I'm pretty sure he could tell you that I was.
Lies.
No lies. It's not lies and shine. It's rise and shine. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly a boss, but it's usually when you play, this is what happens. Say, okay, it's a big dude. And then you die, and then you start again, and the checkpoints are very, very, always very close to where you die. So that's why I said it's never really frustrating.
It's not Dark Souls.
No. So here it's pretty. It's pretty simple. You just have to avoid the beam and jump at the right time while shooting at the big cannon laser thing. But of course, if you get a bit too impatient and the laser starts to go faster, it can maybe take a bit more time than I just did. It really depends on how well you can play. And see all the it's a game world, so you get all these sounds and sometimes like the pixelated enemies. I'm not sure what this is. I don't remember. Maybe it's nothing, but better shoot than being sorry. Oh no, these are just skulls. Guessing it's okay. And that's the end of the section with the zombies. Oh, so can you switch to the Gamersyde logo?
Sure.
Yeah, because that's something I don't want people to see, because that's when the twist is revealed.
That's a twist.
That's right. The twist. And it's not a big deal, really. It's not like it's a game that you're going to play because you want to see the story. But I believe it would have been a nice surprise to be told that information at the very end.
I can switch now?
Yeah, you can switch back. I'm going to show you a bit of what's happening here, because it's probably going to be...
You've got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, that's probably the time I'm going to need to stay here and die. So here, so I'm stuck. There's something here that you learn to know, because a few times you'll have to fill with your electrified bullets. You'll have to fill that meter shooting, and when you... Okay, so that's what happened here, and I missed.
Yeah, missed badly.
Badly. So we're playing on PC, by the way, but the game will also be available tomorrow on Xbox One. No reason to believe that it will be any different.
Yeah.
It runs well on PC. Actually is running now at... so here I was... first I was doing this. I was trying to... Okay, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to kill the guy? But there's a... It's like it's protected. But I forgot that... You know, the electricity was still blinking. So at some point I even thought that maybe the grenades he was throwing at me I could use to break the wall. But in fact, it's very simple. Well, it's not that it's simple, but you simply have to fill up that weapon, whatever it is, and dodge all the grenades that the ship is throwing at you, and also dodge the big beam. Oops.
Ooh, was close.
You can you can also shoot everything, which I'm not gonna make it. Or if I do, oh no. I know. I'm gonna shut up and you're gonna do all the talking.
Me? You want me to do the talking? Since when?
It's the
Did you think that one of my New Year resolution?
Yeah, it's
would be to talk more. No.
Yeah, it's time for resolutions, and by that I don't mean 4K or 1080p. Okay, so let's try to do it again. If I could. Oh. Leave me alone. So you can also often forgot that I can
yeah, this is tough. Oof.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh,
well, I guess we could stop here.
No.
And stop on the failure.
Especially because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to yeah, you have to start again because the checkpoint is just like maybe 2 seconds after that. But I missed.
Yeah. Excellent. That's a good ending for a Gamersyde Live.
So really, in short, it's yeah, no pun intended again. It's a short game, and it's a bit of a shame because really it's fun to play. So it really depends on what you think. 3 hours, maximum 4. What you're willing to pay for that. The game is going to be available at $12.99. Dollars and euros on Steam, 20% off, so which means like for the first weeks or month. I'm not too sure how long the discount lasts on Steam, but it's a bit less expensive than it will be. Xbox One, it will be $14.99, so euros and dollars, and I'm guessing the price on PC when the discount is over will also be $14.99. So it's not too expensive, but just know that you're going to end it quite fast and quickly, and if you're a good player, maybe even faster than I did. And I don't know if playing the game in a higher difficulty setting is enough for everyone to go back to playing the game, but it sure looks very, very nice. It's well done. The sound design is nice. The music is also excellent, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys can do in the future, because they are talented, no doubt about that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, see you. Well, hopefully next week.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
A small game from a small Japanese studio.
No, next week. So that would be the week after that.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
No, yeah. So that would be, but maybe next week, or maybe we'll finally record that podcast we've never recorded.
It would be nice.
We'll keep you posted, and until then, just take care and enjoy your games.
And bye bye.